What's my M9130 worth? Or in collector's terms, money-wise, what will it be worth in the future? Well, that's kind of a tough question. And the value on the Mosin Nagants, what would make a gun rare is, first of all, most of the M9130s that come in are all Arsenal refinished. Okay? And I'm not sure how they did it. I don't know if they took these guns somewhere, stripped them all the hell down, alright, and just threw all the parts in a bin, like disassembled the bolts and that. Took the guns, cleaned them. If the bores were still somewhat good, went and reblued the action and the trigger guard, and then, you know, just assembled parts back to where they were complete rifles again. That's why you get all these weird mismatched parts, and you know, all these bolt handles have been ground. They obviously didn't keep the bolts together with the guns because most of them had been ground and re-serial numbered once they fit them back together and head space them. So truthfully, as a collector's item, they're not going to make it there, and plus it's rarity. These guns are common. These refurb guns sell for anywhere from $80 to $100. They're getting up to $130 now with all the accessories, and there's a million of them. So it's not a rare gun. What makes a gun valuable, if it's hard to find or rare, if it's unusual. Some of the ex-snipers, they had the holes plugged. Guys want $100 and a half, $175 for them. Some people modify these guns to sniper guns. You know, you can safely say they're not going to jump up in value. Now the dealers tell you, oh, they'll just be like Mausers, you know, they're going to be worth thousands of dollars in the future. A lot of that's a con. Basically, one gun article summed it up in what's it worth? Whatever you could get somebody to pay you for it is what it's worth. So if you bought one of these and it's in real nice shape or whatever, or you're worried about damaging the historic or collector value, I really wouldn't worry about that much. Like this one here, the stock's all peeling and in pretty crappy shape. I'm going to refinish the stock. Probably, if I tried to sell this gun with the stock the way it is, I probably wouldn't get much money for it, and refinishing it and cleaning it up nice, I'd probably get a few dollars more for it, another 20 bucks out of it or something, you know. So a lot of it too has to do with why people buy the gun. You know, a serious collector is going to want the thing totally untouched, totally unrefinished, which is hard to find. It's hard to find these in there, even if it's beat up and everything in its original unmodified condition. That's what makes it valuable. You know, if you just bought it for an inexpensive gun to shoot at, refinishing the stock, or, you know, putting a bolt, you know, changing the bolt handle, putting a scope on it, it's up to you, you know. But, you know, refinishing the stock ain't going to hurt the value much. I don't think they're going to skyrocket in value. I've seen people try selling some of these guns in worse condition than this one, wanting $175, $150, probably paid $100 for it. It's not going to happen. You might find somebody that isn't aware of it or doesn't know what the price is on it, and will, an impulse buy, pay you $175, $180 for a gun, you know. And it's kind of neither here nor there. You know, in time, yeah, they'll appreciate in value in time once the supply runs out. The word is now that in Europe there's a trend, they're destroying weapons other than selling them on the surplus market, even these old obsolete ones. They kind of, now they're in a thing where to create jobs, they're setting up facilities to dismantle and destroy these guns, chop them up, turn them into scrap iron. You got to remember, Europe's in the middle of a giant economic crisis, and the government wants to provide jobs for people, and you know, it's expensive. They're probably better off selling old stuff like this just on the market. But there's a lot of other things too. There's like missiles, ordnance, explosives that all have to be in these depots that's been sitting around. They're going to just set up facilities to deactivate and destroy this stuff. And I guess these old guns are going too, so I don't know about the future, if that's the truth, and they stop importing them, then you'll see the prices kind of go up once the supplies run out. And again, it's supply and demand. If people lose interest, get interested in something else, you know, who knows. But that's kind of my take on the value of money. It's worth what it's, basically it's worth what it's worth to you. You know, what you pay for it, what you want to do with it, what you like. You want to refinish the stock, clean it up, put a scope on it, you know, then that's your choice. And if it makes you happy, you know, that's all that matters.